Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the Elite Alpha Trooper mod guide and tutorial. So there are a lot of screws on the body, and first of all you need to take out the clip, which I already did, and also take off any accessories you have on, such as the stock. And now you have access to your gun itself. And on this gun there are a lot of screws. First of all, take off the two screws that are located on the back. The stock attachment thing, here and here. Once you take those two out, which I haven't yet, then you can just pull this thing off. And then you take off all of the screws, all 5 screws on the slide rail handle. And then you can just pop this part off as well. And then that way, once you get there, there are 4 hidden screws behind here, behind the slide rail as it is right now. And then you will unscrew those and unscrew every single other one that is located on the gun. And there are no more hidden screws besides that. So once you have done that, you can essentially just open the gun. So after I've taken all the screws, I will demonstrate how to do that. So we're back with our Alpha Trooper mod tutorial. And I also want to mention that there are 2 types of screws. A normal size one and an extra small one. There are 7 extra small screws. And they're located here in this screw hole, over here, down here in this tiny screw hole right here. 2 of them are up here on the handle, slamfire handle, and there are 2 underneath it, right at the top. So those are your smaller screws, and the regular screws just go all throughout the body and throughout here as well. So after you've taken all of your screws out, which I already have, you can first slide off this thing, which is the stock attachment thing, and that pops off really easily. You can keep track of that thing. Next, you take off your handle, or your slamfire handle. It comes off like this. Now you could also take off the bottom one, but I think I would just keep it on for now, just in case. So after that, you can just pry the entire gun open. So that will actually take a while, so I'll be back after. So after you've taken all the screws off of this Alpha Trooper, and double check to make sure you actually have taken all of them out, because when I was prying it apart, I actually missed a few, so it made it a lot harder. So after you have done that, you can just pull this side off, the side with the screw posts, screw holes, and then this will also fall out as well. This is the clip dart holder, and then so will this thing, which is the little cover right here. And once you've done that, you can see that here are your internals. And so I have just, as you can see, here's the plunger tube. I'm checking for any air release holes. I don't think there is any air release holes. So we probably will just do an air restrictor and an O-ring mod. And I'll explain to you that later. Once again, we're on the Nerf Alpha Trooper mod guide. And so after you have taken out your clip lock, which is in the previous segment, which is located right here, you now can take out your spring, because it used to be here, and set it aside. And you can also take out your catch along with its spring, which is this object, is right here. Now, after you have done that, you get access to your plunger tube, which is this thing. Now, you can tell right away that it's pretty easy to get out. All you have to do is twist a little bit and pull it out. And Nerf is currently doing a 2 plunger tube system. They have this thing along with this thing, where the air restrictor is also located. So this thing should be able to pop out. It did with the Retaliator. So I'm going to try it with this Alpha Trooper. And actually it's not coming out. In other words, we will have to find out a way to take this thing out. And this should be pretty easy. You just have to thread your lock, which is this thing, and also take out this thing, which is located at the top of the gun, and set it next to your other things. And you can just thread the metal bar through this thing. and eventually it will come out. And there you go. So here's your entire plunger system, and here's a miniature spring that went right there. So I will be doing an air restrictor mod, and what this does is it allows air to flow all the way through. As you can see, this object right here is the air restrictor. So all you need to do is take a drill and drill straight through it. Now I can't use a drill on camera right now, so I'm just gonna do it on the side and then come back. So I'll be back. Hey guys, I'm back with the Alpha Trooper mod guide, and I have busted out the air restrictor, but I could not record any footage of that. But just in case you can see there's a clear hole through that now. And also another thing I just did is a little seal upgrade, and I wasn't able to record that either. So what I did was I took some tape, like normal Scotch tape, and wound it around this the plunger tube. Then I put the O-ring back on it and kind of squished it a little. This way, when you have your other part of the plunger tube, you can fit it perfectly in. There's actually a perfect seal right here. Now one more thing, after you put on the tape and put on the O-ring, you also have to put some type of lubricant to make it more smooth and slippery instead of hard and dry. So what I did is I took some Aquaphor, which is actually a healing ointment, but this thing after a long time becomes kind of liquidy, so I found that I was just going through random things in the house, and then this was actually perfect, so I just did this seal. And another thing I did is I took out this piece. How to take this out is actually pretty difficult. You have to kind of bend it a little and make sure you don't break anything, and just pull it out as hard as you can. And to get it in, you just do the exact opposite. And then what I did here was kind of put some more Aquaphor on it as well. And to get out the air restrictor, what you do is you just take a drill and then just drill in there. And then that way you can punch out a hole. And then once you get a small hole and then destroy the triangle part of this that was originally there, you can take out the actual air restrictor, which is a really small piece with the spring. The spring you can probably throw away because it's not useful, and the small piece you can do the same. So after you have made all those mods, the last one will be the spring stretching. The way you do this is you just stretch the spring, literally. Stretch the spring a little, just make it a little bit bigger so it can be a short-term little range booster. You won't notice any big difference, but it should have increased by about 1 or 2 centimeters. Now to put it in, you can see that the plunger tube is already rested in here, and then this piece that was originally attached here would go in this little slit right here. Now I can't find the spring yet, but I'm sure I'll find some replacement for that one, and that's a very important spring. Another option is because this piece is actually the slide door lock. If you actually decide to take this entire piece off, you can just cut it and then pull it off. And what that does is now you can open your slide door whenever you want. So I may do that, but that may require me to take this out again. So one part I missed is before you put this in, you first had to thread the metal piece through here. And if you're really not going to do that, then you can just unscrew this screw, take out this piece, and then just slide it in. Now, to put this piece back on is actually pretty simple. You just have to slide it on this one. And then these have to be facing up if I'm doing it this way, like this. And that way you can put the entire piece in and it appears to be in working order. And now what you do is you put your catch on, which is this piece with a little spring on top of it. And it goes right here and you can just push your spring in there. Once again, now you can just put your big spring in here and rest it on here. After you've done that, you can take your entire other side, put it on, and then add all the screws and just do the reverse of how you took this off to screw it back on. And then my pump action handles, you just can put it underneath. So after I've done all that and maybe take out the slide door lock, then I will be back with the final review. After doing the air restriction mod, the seal upgrade, and the spring stretching, along with the clip lock removal, we have finished our Alpha Trooper mod. And just as a demo, I'm gonna shoot a few darts in here. So as you can see, the normal firing works fine. The slam firing also works. And it's also, the darts have also gained a little bit more velocity. And after doing a range test outside, I have concluded that they shoot on an average of just around like 4 to 6 feet further, which is not a big difference, but at least it's an improvement. So this mod was pretty easy, except for the air restrictor removal, which actually took a little bit. But otherwise, it was pretty successful, and thanks for watching.